welcome back to another week of Art Life. In this week's episode, I'm going to be starting a brand new painting. It's all stretched, it's a really big one, so it's going to be really fun to paint, and I want to bring you along for the ride. So I'm going to try something a little bit different this week. Usually with Michael Harding non-absorbent acrylic primers, I'll just prime the canvas with a lovely bold ground. I hate painting on white, so usually I like to give a nice rich earthy colour beneath the paint, and it also provides the best surface possible for me using my oils. And I'm actually going to try using two different colours because the painting behind me is going to be fairly abstract, so I wanted to see if I could use the different tones of the background and just have a bit of an experiment. So yeah, we've got the beautiful raw sienna, and then we've also got the burnt sienna. So the siennas for this week's primer, I'll just begin by getting rid of the white, and then I'll approach the beginning of the painting from there. I've never used 3 or 4 primers to capture the early stages of eliminating the white of the composition, but I'm really happy with this. I think because it's a summery painting, I want this piece to be called Summer Solstice to mirror the winter solstice landscape I did earlier on this year. So lots of yellows, the siennas just feel like they really bring a kind of earthy richness, and I know that when I add my paler yellows and bright blues, the contrast for that is going to be absolutely phenomenal, so I'm really excited about doing that. Again, I've kind of blocked in the general wave of this kind of skyscape I want to do. A little bit of the white primer there just to kind of make sure I don't lose the highlights and the bounce on top of the clouds. But this is the earliest stages, so this can change completely when I start using oil. As you know, oil takes so long to dry, I can keep working at it and working at it, reworking it. But with something like the primer, it's going to be completely dry in half an hour. So I had to work really, really fast. And sometimes that kind of activates my kind of sense of, not panic, but like, I have to do this, I have to do it efficiently and well. And then I get something like this. So I'm very happy with this experiment, and just wait for that to dry now and I can get started on the first layers of the oil. Okay, so the next stage is going to be finding the perfect blue for the skyscape. Now I have a big sample of blues, and I know what colours they give me, but I kind of would like to experiment with the right shade before I start slapping it on the canvas, just to save from waste, just to make sure I know exactly the right shade of blue I'm after. So some of them are slightly warmer than others. We'll just have a little play and see if we can find the perfect blue. See how similar some of them are? so into the habit of only using like 6 or 8 colours. Okay, so already that blue has just made all of my priming just pop, and it makes the decisions I make later as I start to add depth with colours of high contrast, like the umber, much easier because it feels like everything is just open and I can make decisions quite fast, which I love at this stage of the painting. The decision to use like a rich umber is just to pull the gaze in and add more depth and richness to the otherwise quite light painting. I don't want it to be too bright. I love the softness and the kind of translucency and the slight gestures and murkiness you get, so I will be softening this blue over time. As lovely and bright and summery as it is, I think it might overpower a lot of my other paintings in my exhibition in June. So for now I'm going to add some more rich layers of umber just to make the painting feel a lot more unified. The key with this stage of the painting is to make sure I constantly work around the painting so it's balanced. If I overwork a corner, and underwork everything else, I feel like the painting is a little bit topsy-turvy. So I like to kind of work quite spherically, making sure everything's even. So when I step back from the painting, I can get a better overall idea of what I'm looking at. At this stage of the painting, I'm not trying to resolve anything. I'm not trying to absolutely conclude what I'm trying to achieve with the work. I know I want it to be summery and bright and have a lot of energy, but it's playful, and I'm reacting to how the paint is kind of, you know, falling on the canvas as I kind of overload it with linseed oil. It's slightly alchemical, and it's all about the mark making and how the colours blend to each other. I apply with one brush, and then I'll get another brush and blend and smoke everything, and I'll repeat this action hundreds of times over the next kind of few weeks. At this stage of the painting, it's very free, very without judgment. I'm not going to overly criticise myself if something goes wrong, and I almost think that's why this stage of the painting is best, because it's not overly critiqued by overworking and too much paint. Everything just feels really light and translucent. If I was brave, I would leave the painting at this kind of stage and just walk away and say that's done, but I'm not that brave. for watching. I think that's all we have time for on how I start a big painting project like this. And one of my paintings has been shortlisted for the Royal Academy Summer Exhibition. So I'm going to be signing that painting, and to be honest, I wasn't even sure it was finished. So now it's definitely finished in my head. So I'll be signing it, and I thought it'd be quite interesting to talk a little bit about why artists should sign their paintings, and maybe open a discussion about signatures and paintings, kind of how artists have done it in history and what it means to the value of art. So if you're now invested in the process of this painting and how it goes, if I destroy it, if I make it into a masterpiece, please do like and subscribe to this channel and click the little alarm which will give you a notification when a new video is up, because then you can see the process that I go through with a painting like this and you won't miss out and suddenly feel like you've missed an opportunity to see how a painting comes together. So I hope you have enjoyed the little insight into the beginning process of a painting, which, as I said, is always my favourite bit. And yeah, until Monday, videos are every week, so please do feel free to tune in on Instagram at Jess Oliver Art if you can't wait till Monday, but also leave us a comment in the comments below if you have any thoughts you'd like to share on the channel or some videos we've done in the past. We always love to hear from you guys. So yes, we are building quite a nice little Art Life community, and I look forward to seeing you guys next week for all the fun stuff we've got planned. So catch you next week. He's so cute. So catch you next week, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.